here we go. Cory Talaska out front, Heisman in that chase position. Here comes Talaska, initiates. Wow, great, yeah, definitely warrants a wow. Now, oh, wow, coming through. Heisman dives through the smoke. You know, we saw him running last night. The Wallhogs Mustang, Talaska in that BMW out front. Look at the fluidity here.
Yes.
This is what we're looking for. I really love the way they're utilizing all the track. Boom, Talaska puts it, that front left. We wanted that right kind of fully embraced. It's not a bro hug.
How big is his wall?
Yeah, exactly. He's got big arms there. Heisman out front. Talaska chases him down, nose is in. Initiates, just throws it right to the side. Talaska very confident in his car, in his equipment. Just no equipment sympathy at all. Mechanical sympathy now coming in. Yes, sir. Talaska keeps the composure. Heisman, this is what the judges were anticipating. Showcase a good lead run, and that chase car. Oh man, just baiting. That area makes me so nervous. The action we got Talaska and Heisman coming down the hill. There's the one more time here. So Talaska and Heisman. Here comes Talaska leading, good initiation. Wow. And look at Heisman. Gets into formation. Whoa, pucks his nose out with that Ford Mustang. Coming up the hill into the horseshoe, into that third outside zone. Talaska's all of it. Heisman comes up a bit short. Might have wall hug, but he is outside of the zone. Oh, no. And Heisman, he gets lost. Oh, he is on the wrong side of the course. Lost in the smoke. Talaska, you know, we've seen one more times here, just on the first half of the 32. Now, here we are seeing that is Heisman out front, Talaska in the chase position. Big sweep in front of Talaska into the outside zone, past the inside clip. And now, look at this, they're alternate positions. Woo! Yes, sir, the Mustang giving the wall hugs and giving those outside zone hugs. That Yellow Speed Racing BMW Talaska coming through the keyhole. And he drops into formation. Here goes Talaska. And Heisman now past that inside.
Oh no! Come on, guys.
Talaska spins out on that last inside clip. Got into the wall, and Kelsey had to retire, just unable to fix it. So Mr. Talaska, Cory Talaska, will get the win. So layout listen as Talaska gets the victory and advances on to the grid. And there it is as Cory roasts them on up to the start finish. And we advance on. So in the BMW. Cory, he's a very aggressive driver. Zielinski, a little more kind of calculated, but just as I say that, he drops into formation. Boom, right there. You see a little yank of the handbrake. Zielinski bathing in the smoke. Talaska coming on very, very sideways in that second outside zone. Just barely tiptoes into the third outside zone now, into that inside and the flowgram. Zielinski dives in on the inside. He does get that proximity, didn't take the proper line. Really well done on that inside clip. Zielinski goes off course, gets blinded by the smoke, and goes off.
Yeah, kudos for him to
for that, Brutsky and Rahimi. But now it is Zielinski and Talaska. Zielinski swings out of chicane, middle of the line. Kind of a soft approach there. A lot of handbrake there. A lot of handbrake into that first outside zone. Talaska very close to him. Uh-oh. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What happened?
I don't know. Look like Zielinski shuts it down. Both these guys.
Not hearing any good noises.
No, those, holy cow, that sounded, that was, I mean, a little bit of an exorcism there.
Yeah, what? Be gone.
Yeah, need a good priest and a bad priest. Huh?
Oh, you meant
blower belt.
Blower belt, okay. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounded like Jane's Addiction.
That's a bummer. Well, I think we know what's going to happen now.
When I was 5, 0 for 3 against Buchanan. The stats, numbers doesn't speak volumes, but right now, he'd love to break that record. Buchanan out front, Cory Talaska keeping calm, he says, as Buchanan comes in that first inside clip. Here comes Cory. There it is. Buchanan coming up the hill in outside zone 2. Now into outside zone 3. Buchanan fills all of it. Talaska, he does keep that proximity. I feel like this is a fighting the gremlin on his back right now for Talaska. Buchanan bringing it across that inside clip. Good straightforward. You could almost sense the nerves of Talaska in the chase position, like hold, just stay there. We're good. We got this. You know, Buchanan, pretty straightforward.
Like I said, the records and the numbers speak for themselves. Talaska is 0-for-3 against Buchanan. He'd love to get the victory and go into the finals, forcing Buchanan to a third-place finish. And here comes Talaska into the first outside zone. Buchanan tucks into the pocket. It's a smoke-filled pocket into, oh, he goes into the dirt. Here comes Talaska, big angle from him. Oh, no. Coming to that third outside zone, filling all of it. Now coming and tightening it up, just narrowly escapes that inside clip. There it is, the program. Coming outside of the keyhole into the horseshoe and into that final inside clip. Talaska, full pull for Cory Talaska against Cody Buchanan. Once the lights extinguish right between them, there you go. Lick the stamp and send it. COD, cash on delivery. Brudski out front, Talaska in the chase position. New BMW, old BMW. Regardless, the BMW is going to get the victory. Transition into that first outside zone, into inside clip 1. There goes Brudski, little tight. Talaska tucks into the smoke. Now up to that second outside zone goes Brudski. Talaska needs to massage it out there. Gets a little twitchy there, going to that third outside zone. Into the flow ground, exiting out of the horseshoe. Into that final inside clip. How are they going to manage? Little deep on that. We'd like to see him push out and massage it. Again, that lead driver needs to create that good platform for that chase car to put the car in the right place. Who's going to come out on top? Can Cory Talaska defeat the dragon? That is Dmitry Brudski. Here we go. Talaska out front. Brudski in the chase position. Coming down that big menacing hill. Let's see how he initiates into that first outside zone. Uses all the course. Taps the rumble strips. Hits that inside clip. Here goes Talaska. Brudski wavering up the hill. Here comes Talaska. Second outside zone. Gets to that third outside zone. Nails it. Brudski a little tighter there. A lot more rock solid. Hits that inside clip. Brudski falls back now. Dives in as they exit out. Here comes Talaska into that last inside clip. Brudski dives in. Brudski not giving him any room. Well done. PROSPEC championship. Here we go. Talaska out of the chicane, and we got a clean start. Talaska in that red BMW. Coppin chasing him down in the outside zone. Talaska, quick little yank of the handbrake into that first outside zone. Down to the second. Coppin chases him down into that second long. Look at that, very smooth by Talaska. I'll tell you, just the posturing of Talaska this season seems to be really dialed, very fixated, still having fun, but just has a good energy about him and a good way. Look at that. I mean, placement of that car was really spot on, and I think it gave Coppin a real good advantage.
So
that's what the theme was.
Some work ahead of him.
Yeah, so Coppin will now lead. I couldn't agree with you more. You know, as good as it is getting that clean air, this is where you get the win. The chase is where it gets done here as Coppin initiates. Dips that back left in. Talaska kind of tiptoeing his way up to it. Doesn't exactly fit full on. Coppin sets it into that outside zone. And Talaska, you can see just maybe a little trepidatious here. Now going to the last outside zone. Coppin throws it in. Talaska, like I said, just you could see kind of reeling back a little bit.
Yeah,
maybe a bit gun shy. As the lights extinguished. Didn't seem like he was too aggressive. There it is, Yellow Speed Racing, BMW E36, Air Force BMW. See how they handle that initiation into outside zone 1. Talaska brings it in, drops that tire, said rubber meets the road. It gets a little loose into that initiation. Talked about a point of contention. It's not a big deal, but Talaska makes it part of the problem. Look how nicely lined the course is. You can really see where those outside and that front clip zone is at. Now crossing the finish line, Talaska, Amanda right there in tow on that initiation. You know, Colette Davis, she talked about really nailing that. Got a clean start. Here we go, Amanda Sorensen, 964 BMW. Initiates in that first outside zone. She brings in nice and tight. Talaska right there in the pocket transition. Kind of slow transition there from Amanda. Rolled into it. Now that second outside zone puts it right in the perfect place. Good angle. Talaska wavering in that chase position, kind of bounces forward and back. Now to that last outside zone. There goes Amanda using all of it, filling it up very, very well by Amanda Sorensen. Talaska, like I said, bouncing back and forth. So you can even see.
We heard that she didn't have a handbrake, and now the car. What's that?
All right, so it is a bye run. There it is for Talaska. Definitely upsetting for Jack Davis. We will see him at our final round in Utah. But Talaska, he continues on. Again, another driver that's showing great maturity and great expansion on his program. You know, having fun, but really dialing it in. And this is just a testimonial to the drivers taking it a little more seriously, elevating. You know, some of these drivers don't have aspirations to go into pro, but they take the PROSPEC to a degree of professionalism to do 4 events this year. You know, a lot of these drivers, this is a side hustle. This is camaraderie. This is hanging out with their friends, shoulders, good personality, and definitely loves his family. So here we go. Colette Davis ripping out of that start chicane, and there's the Fitment Industries BMW, puts it right in there. A lot of dirt being thrown up. That will be a deficit, but it should not hold her back, and it doesn't. Into outside zone 2, and now into outside zone 3. I felt like because she got a little rock and roll, a little rock and rumble through the gravel, she brings it through that last outside zone, sets it and forgets it. And like you said, how much that temperature drop, or, you know, with an indirect sun or no sun at all, excuse me, on the pavement, it's going to affect things. How much? More grip, less grip? What are your thoughts?
It's always more grip when the track temperature drops, and so we got to factor that because these guys.
Chase car can't leave, and now we get to see those Type S momentum lights. So green means they're in a forward momentum. Red, you can see obviously coming to a halt. So you do the math. Here we go. Cory Talaska, that first outside zone. Good angle from him. Colette Davis pops out of smoke, not too thick, so she could navigate through that, cut through it. Now into this third outside zone. Good sweeping line from Talaska. You can see him get deeper and deeper in outside zone 3. Now transitioning that last outside zone. Talaska brings it in. Colette Davis comes up just a little bit short. She dives in on the inside, but again, I'm really liking this course. These 4 outside zones, it's all about fluidity, putting the car in the right place, and it might, I mean, let's be quite honest, right out of the gate, they're making it really easy. Chasing her down, a one more time battle. Are we gonna get a victor? Don't leave it in the judge's hands. We're talking about that X factor. Colette got involved with the dirt, kind of missing some outside zone. Talaska in the chase, hits it and quits it out of that outside zone 1 into the number 2. They'll bring it on through the power alley into the second outside zone. Look at the angle. Colette threw more at it, progressively just more and more angle into outside zone 4. Ripping away in that last outside zone. Great driving by Colette Davis.
Yeah, that was a very good lead run.
Leader.
Talaska,
fresh rear tires, which could eventually, you know, I mean, we'll see. Talaska's got fresh meat hooks out back, and he's going to sink them on into this first outside zone. Talaska jumps in, Yellow Speed Racing. E36 now into the second outside zone. Colette Davis taking a very shallow line, straightening out. Talaska comes unwound just a little bit as he enters into the third outside zone. Now Colette Davis has great proximity. Oh, looks like Talaska might have tapped the wall, or definitely got disrupted. That wall jumps out at you as it's definitely darker. The lights are on.
Thank you for the insight, and no problem.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Here we go, Cory Talaska and Chris Leonard. Talaska didn't have to do a seating bracket yesterday, and he started the season off so strong, and would love to see him on the box once again, and he obviously would as well. Leonard needs to join the conversation, and Talaska rips that Yellow Speed Racing BMW. Good transition from him, getting into that last outside zone. Like to see him a little bit deeper there, but like the aggression, very fast.
In the mix.
He's got good fluidity.
Leonard saw him in the driver's meeting as he's leaving. He's, you know, having fun, playful, but he knows he needs to rise to the occasion. Going against Talaska, like I said, winner round 1 of 4 of this PROSPEC championship. Don't give him too much room though. Leonard goes off, and this is where that smoke. Oh my gosh, he's throwing the kitchen sink at him, man. This looks more of like a food fight than it does a drift competition. Now coming out, and you can see that straightening. These guys are having a hard time navigate through that smoke. And this is you know, it's a perspective family effort. So we're going to see Wills lead Talaska in that chase position in that BMW. Excuse me, in that BMW. Red pill or blue pill? We're in the matrix. Who's going to come out on top? Brian Wills in that second outside zone. Kind of a straight line approach. Talaska goes off.
And
what is?
Okay.
What is happening? So 2 major mistakes. Talaska goes off. Can we like Control Alt Delete right now? Like,
Control Z. Just undo that.
Yeah, Talaska messed up prior to Wills.
Very independent.
Absolutely independent, dude. All right, so let's alternate the order of both cars going off. Keep where the rubber meets the road. Talaska's got the clean air, or dusty air. because it's hovering. All right, here goes Talaska into an initiating, so wavering into that second outside zone. Talaska rips into the third. That's what we're looking for. Place it. And again, a little straightening. I don't know if the track is that dusty. And there goes Talaska in the last outside zone.
What's going on here, Jared?
Yeah, that, I mean,
Wow.
yeah, we're all.
It's a barn burner, Jared.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Minority Report over here. We got balls and numbers and things. Here we go, Talaska. Speaking of, again, somebody who's in contention, Talaska going against Amanda Sorensen. Talaska, the Yellow Speed Racing BMW. We saw both these, guy and gal, go off track earlier, and Talaska keeps it into that outside zone 3. This outside zone 4 is playing a role. And Talaska and Amanda finish it out. All right, look at that.
Clean.
Hey,
Again,
we got a clean
Amanda
run.
Sorensen
against Cory Talaska, who's now in contention of a championship, but she'd love to put a stop to it. Here we go, Amanda Sorensen initiating, transitioning into that first outside zone, past that inside clip. Now into the second outside zone and into the third. Look at that, Cory Talaska. You can see him coming in on the inside. Amanda Sorensen into outside zone 3, now transition to outside zone 4. Good placement. Talaska, he surges in an attack. You can see some good proximity, not really mimicking the angle. Two amazing drivers. It's a must-win for Talaska. Buchanan out front. Talaska chase him down. Cody Buchanan, SRD, Nissan Z into that first outside zone, now into the second. Gets into that red and white rumble strip. Here comes Talaska in the BMW.
Contact.
Again, they had contact in Atlanta, and now they got contact here in Salt Lake City. The final round of the Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship. And look at Talaska. Again, good friends. They know what to expect. They are trying to throw down Mata, Tommy Lemaire, and now Talaska and Buchanan. Are they going to jump to pro? But right now, who's going to be your 2025 champion? Talaska out front. Buchanan in chase position. Outside zone 1. Pass it inside clip. Talaska with the clean air and a clean line. Talaska won in Atlanta. Can he win here in Utah? Talaska dials it in. Buchanan chasing him down. Losing some ground. Talaska brings it on in. Great placement by the Yellow Speed Racing BMW. Talaska brings it across the finish line.